The game was sued.
I just saw that recently.
The game was sued, right? And I don't know if he's really culpable of what they're alleging he did. The problem is he made the biggest mistake. He didn't put up a defense. A lot of people, sometimes they get sued and like, oh, this is bullshit. I'm not going to actually fight it. I didn't hire a lawyer.
Right.
Big mistake, because you can get something called a default judgment. If you don't even show up, the court says, all right, you are liable for whatever they are alleging. Yeah. So that's what the victim and the client, plaintiff in that situation got. Yeah. So she got an award of like over $7 million, maybe like a decade ago. Yeah. She's been trying to collect it. He's been putting money in different places. He has a manager called Whack 100, right?
Oh, that's his manager?
Yeah. He had Whack 100 took. I mean, he put his house in like Wack's name. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So moving assets out my name, so now you can try.
And what the court said is like, nah, that's a sham transaction or whatever. So the court just the other day said that he has to sell his Calabasas mansion to pay her. To pay out.
That's crazy.
To satisfy that $7+ million judgment. Yeah,
because he didn't want to seek defense.
Because he wanted to. Now, had he been smart, had he just told his insurance company about it, right, or reported it to his insurance company, he could have had them defending him for free of charge, because that's what he pays them for. But he took that lawsuit, he looked at it, probably threw it in the trash and laughed, and he's in the situation where he is in now. So you gotta protect your assets. If you're getting sued, call a lawyer ASAP. You have a certain amount of time to respond to that lawsuit. You gotta and get umbrella insurance. If you're a wealthy person, you gotta have significant insurance
what's some providers
personally and for your businesses as well.
What's some providers that people can go to?
You can go to State Farm, you can go to Geico, all of those different providers. I think on my vehicles, I have State Farm right now. I had Geico before, but then I forget why we switched over. Yeah. But I have State Farm now on my vehicles. I forget the name for like
I'm just taking a note to get some insurance. Sure. I'm about like today, before this episode come out, I will have umbrella insurance.
And here's the thing. Here's another thing. A lot of people, let's say, God forbid, you're in a car accident and the person who hit you doesn't have insurance, has no money. You can still get paid if you have something called uninsured motorist coverage on your policy. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. So a lot of people reject that because on their policy, when you purchase insurance, insurance you're purchasing is to protect you from someone coming after you. Right. But there's also something you can select. It's umbrella insurance, uninsured motorist coverage, which pays you a lot of money if someone injures you and they don't have money. So let's say I'm in a car accident, me and my family, and a drunk driver hits us. Turns out this person is impoverished, has no money. Right. I can go after my own insurance company and say, he doesn't have insurance. You got to pay me for my damages up to $300,000, actually 1.3. The $300,000 plus the $1 million umbrella.
Wow.
The more you know.
Yes.
So protected on both sides.
Absolutely. So that's if you leave anything today, get umbrella insurance and get uninsured motorist coverage.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
So it's no secret that our platform, obviously, we super serve people that look like us, right? Because, to your point, you growing up in the hood and, you had to represent one of your friends' cases, right? Like this information that you're sharing, that our guests share is rare. And so my question to you, out of all the things that you've accomplished, like what does being a melanin millionaire mean to you?
Man, I love that question. It means that it's possible, right? And it's possible because you say people who look like us. Growing up, I saw a podcast the other day, man, and it was a brother from the Nation of Islam, and he was differentiating between people of color when we play sports growing up, right, and white people, right? And when we play sports, we focus on playing sports, and what we take away is, oh my God, this is my only way out. I'm going to go to the NBA, the NFL. And what he was saying was, when you see some of our white brothers playing sports, they're taking the lessons in the discipline, all of the learning about failure, about the grit of determination. Right. Those are the things they take from the sports. It's not like, I just want to become this athlete, right? So it means so much to me that I was able to attain success without going down that same route where we felt like that was the only route possible to get success. Thanks. And some of the things I try to instill in the younger generation, the younger community, is you can be anything you want to be.
I have a question. So as high earning entrepreneurs that we are, right? What can we do to protect ourselves from potentially getting sued? Because you mentioned umbrella insurance.
Yes.
Right? So I want to talk about that.
Yep.
Is getting an umbrella insurance policy a wise decision, and what can it protect you from?
Absolutely. So I have an umbrella policy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So your general car accident insurance, right? Your general bodily injury insurance, it's gonna be like, $100,000.
Yeah.
So God forbid I go in the car, get in a car accident, I injure someone or worse. They sue me. My insurance company steps in to protect me. They provide a lawyer,
right.
and they say, "Well, we'll protect Josiah up to X, up to whatever that amount is that you purchased." Right. So if it's 100,000, it's 300,000.
Yeah.
That's great because most cases a lawyer is going to take whatever that is offered from the insurance company, because they're like, the risk of saying, now we're not going to take that, let's sue Carter, let's sue George and try to get more. It's risky because we don't know if that person has money.
Right.
We don't know if they're, they put their money in their spouse's account, or they can file for bankruptcy, right?
Yep.
But when you know somebody's really worth a lot of money,
Yeah.
and you see just 100,000,
Yeah.
like it would be malpractice of a lawyer if I kill someone and a lawyer sues me, and I only have 100,000 and he takes that, knowing damn well I am worth way more than 100,000. It would be malpractice to take that 100,000.
Right.
So I know that. So I'm not walking around here with that limited policy. So you purchase something called an umbrella policy.
Gotcha.
Umbrella policy covers everything we're talking about, just general negligence. If I'm not paying attention, if I'm drinking and driving or whatever. So I have an umbrella policy of $1 million, which is on top of whatever policy I have.
Gotcha.
So my car has a $300,000 policy on it. So if someone sues me, like I mentioned that case early on, my first case, I got 1.3 million. It's because that person had a $300,000 policy and a $1 million umbrella. It's hard to walk away from 1.3 million.
Yeah, and he was protected. So
that guy was protected.
Wow. So his jewelry stores,
everything is protected. So I didn't go after that, right?
Yeah.
I saw that 1.3. The family was okay with taking that 1.3 million. There, it's like, okay, let's wash our hands and let's leave with this, as opposed to fighting to get whatever is in his company, which is unpredictable.